You're my honey bun, sugar plum, pumpy umby umpkin. You're my sweetie pie. You're my cupcake.
Unfortunately, not everybody can enjoy the natural miracle of parenthood. Infertility is a global issue. The infertility rate worldwide is about 8 to 12%. And if we check the statistics, it's Europe that is on top of the list. After Europe is the Americas, followed by Africa and Asia. All these continents have the highest infertility rate in the world. In Europe, however, the infertility rates are increasing at the highest rate as compared to the rest of the world. If you look at the causes of infertility, it's mostly about 40% pertaining to male infertility, which could be caused either because of decreased sperm count or defective sperm count. Apart from that, in women, sexually transmitted diseases and postpartum and post-abortion infections are also a very important risk factor. Pelvic inflammatory diseases, high maternal age, and obesity are also the major causes of infertility. If you look at this graph, we can see that major countries in the world like the US, Canada, UK, China, they're all under 2. Now, according to the WHO, 2.1 is the minimum fertility rate that a country requires to sustain its population. And the latest WHO figures show that about half of the countries being represented in the WHO show a figure which is less than 2.1. Hence, infertility is a real problem. And now we have a look at the infertility market and what are the opportunities out there. We know that infertility is so prevalent that it requires a solution. And the solution is assisted reproductive technology, or ART. ART was researched upon during the 18th century, and then later on advancements came. During the Second World War, the American soldiers sent their sperm back home to conceive their wives. And later on, in 1978, the world's first test tube baby was born. In today's world, about 5% of all of the newborns are born because of using the ART technique. If you look at the market, we come across the fact that there are very few protagonists around. And most of them are multi-business oriented and not exclusively dedicated to ART. Only radical innovation can somehow change the landscape of the ART market. In this case scenario, the exception that we come across is Medi-Cult. Medi-Cult is a Denmark-based biopharmaceutical company which is exclusively dedicated to ART and is considered the market leader in Europe. Apart from that, it is also characterized by very innovative techniques like in vitro fertilization, or the IVF, and in vitro maturation, a latest technique which is called the IVM.
Oh dear, what's wrong with you? You look like a hell. What's happened? Oh God. So Colin and I have been trying to have a baby, but it's not working. So we're trying IVF now, but the hormone therapy is just killing me. Oh God. Dear, this just proves that you don't know about the most radical innovation of the therapy market, which is IVM, not IVF. Let's come with me. I will tell you about it.
Hello. IBM, as a new innovative technology in the art market, has succeeded in bringing about tackling some new problems with the infertility issues. And we see it in the foreseeable future as replacing the IVF. And we as a team have come up with some strategies for Medi-Cult and focusing on their IVM. From the diagram we have here, we can see that the IVM has succeeded in passing the first step, which is the hormonal stimulation. And by this, it has really not only reduced cost, but it has reduced the complications of hormonal disorders, and at the same time achieving the same results. So why should Medi-Cult as a company go with IBM? Medi-Cult came up with IBM in 2004 by introducing it into the art market, and we've seen that the IBM has some very big advantages over the IBM. We've seen that by cutting out the first step, it has been able to reduce costs, because there are so many things the customers don't have to do, like the 50 injections and the 50 hospital visits. So that has been able to reduce costs, and he has been able to give the customers a better choice on the product and a better value at the same time. And it also brings about safer treatment. As I said before, the risk of hormonal disorders has been cut out just by cutting out the first step of the procedure. And it has been beneficial to women with reproductive pathologies because the IVM has been able to tackle more issues that the IVF couldn't in recent times. And by using the SWOT and the 5 forces analysis, we were able to come up with a vision for the company, which states that Medi-Cult focuses on offering the most innovative and safe art solutions by making IVM the first choice for every infertile couple. And our mission statement to support the vision is quite simple for our stakeholders and everyone involved. It's a simple arithmetic, which is an infertile couple plus Medi-Cult IVM equals a happy family. Thank you.
Medi-Cult has established itself a fairly strong market position in the ART market, with a majority of the sales coming from Europe, as you see up here, 62% in the year 2008. Therefore, we decided to focus our strategy on the European ART market. To do so, the team has formulated the strategy with 3 main areas of focus. First of all, the continued investment into the R&D of IVM to master the implementation techniques of the method, coupled with strengthened marketing campaign targeted specifically to the general public instead of the clinics. We believe by doing so, it can help us establish Medi-Cult IVM as the dominant player in the European ART market. Last but not least, maintain the sustainability of the success of Medi-Cult IVM via expanding market shares in the US market. The aim of the strategy is for Medi-Cult IVM to become leaders in providing innovative solutions in the ART market. By doing so, we will also strengthen our brand and contribute to the continued growth of our firm. Last but not least, we hope to establish Medi-Cult as the definition of the ART market in the foreseeable future. Thank you.
So, how do you feel now? I feel great. All my dreams have come true. Thank you, IBM. Thank you for listening.
And I love you so, and I want you to know that I'll always be right here. And I love to sing 3 songs to you because you are so dear.